Aba Jiffar Palace preservation project has been launched recently. Aba Jiffar Palace was once presidential house of influential king of a strong kingdom and the beauty of the area. Now there is no kingdom and beauty except crumbling historical heritage that need intervention of stakeholders. According to historians, all Oromo used to administer themselves through Gada system. In the course of time, Gada system has been started to be degraded. Some Abadula or army commander and Abba Gada leader, started to go against Gada democratic values. They started extending their office term beyond 8 years, the office term limitation in the Gada system. Then a small monarchy and a kingdom started to be formed. One part of Oromo land in which formation of such centralized states started is Western Oromia. Especially strong and vibrant states have been emerged around the Gibe River in the 19th century. These states formed around Gibe River are called Shanangibe or the 5 Gibe states. They are Jimma, Goma, Guma, Limunawe and the Kafa kingdoms. One of prominent and influential state from Gibe states is Jimma Kingdom. According to some historical evidences, Jimma Kingdom was formed in the late 18th century, but it becomes strong in military and influential in international trade and civilization in the second half of 19th century. Especially after Aba Jiffar II came to power, the kingdom has registered enormous progress. The kingdom had special influence on international trade and diplomacy of the region at the time. It was trade routes that connected central, eastern and northeastern part of Africa with Arab world. Arab caravan trade gold, ivory, civet, iron ore and other minerals using Jimma as trade routes. The kingdom was known in metalwork, masonry, woodwork, mining, weaving, leather processing, and many more civilization. The kingdom was lost its independence in 1890s when Emperor Menelik II of Shawa conquered the nations of southern Ethiopia. Menelik was Ethiopian king who shaped Ethiopia to have the form it has today. He was incorporated most of southern nations to the empire by force, but Jimma kingdom incorporated to Ethiopian empire through diplomacy. So it had autonomous administration form until 1940s. After this time, Emperor Haile Selassie has appointed his personnel and diminished Jimma to zonal administration level. Tangible heritage stood today to unveil the history of that incredible and civilized kingdom is Aba Jiffar Palace. The palace was built by the prominent and influential king Aba Jiffar II 141 years ago in 1878.
Actually, this is Jiran. Jiran was the capital of Jimma Kingdom. It existed long before Aba Jiffar. The founder is said to be even Abba Faro. But the one who built the palace here is said to be Aba Jiffar I, 1830 to 1934. So Aba Jiffar I, with whose name, Jimma, Aba Jiffar's name is appended to, Jimma. So it is on our lip that usually we say that Jimma Aba Jiffar. That Aba Jiffar was Aba Jiffar Gudda. Afaan Oromootiin Sannaa jedhama. He built a palace, and his successors did the same. But the magnificent palace is this one. That belonged to, most probably, the most famous Jimma king, Aba Jiffar II. His name in Afaan Oromo is Tullu. His Islamic name is Muhammad ibn Daud. This palace was built first with thatched roof. Later on, it was transformed gradually. In early 1920s, it has got, corrugated iron, just like this. So the significance, that was, the first building was in 1880s, according to my study. So gradually, it has transformed and took this shape. It has got, a number of, furniture, equipment, like this lightning rod you see on the mosque tied to it.
The palace has marvelous architectural beauty. It was the most amazing building of that time. Aba Jiffar Palace was built by local construction experts and raw materials.
So what we learn from it is the technology of the time, and the management of the time, the administration, which commanded this, which regulated this. And we really take pride in it. To have this heritage.
The palace has 29 classes with 65 doors and 54 windows. As it was being built from timber, stone and mud, it is now got old. Due to lack of proper preservation and natural depreciation, the palace is in a severe structural damage.
We came here to visit with one acclaimed scholar whose name is Professor Herbert S. Lewis. he wrote a book entitled An Oromo Monarchy of Jimma Kingdom, 1880, I think, up to 1932. And the guide here, very active person, told us that we cannot go upstairs. I was shocked, I was devastated, because he said it is crumbling, it is coming down.
According to Ministry of Culture and Tourism, historical and cultural heritage of the country are exposed to similar problems. The government is working to rescue the heritage of the nation, which witnessed the history and civilization of the people of the country.
እነዚህ በአይነትና በብዛት ከፍተኛ ቁጥር ያላቸው የሚዳሰሱና የማይዳሰሱ ቅርሶች በመላው የሀገሪቱ ክፍሎች የማንነታችን መገለጫ ሆነው ምስክርነት የሚሰጡ ናቸው። ከዚህም ውስጥ ሀገራችን 9 ቋሚ ቅርሶችና 9 ቋሚ ቅርሶችን በዓለም አቀፍ ቅርስነት እና 3 የማይዳሰሱ ባህላዊ ቅርሶችን በዩኔስኮ በሰው ልጆች ወካይ የማይዳሰሱ ቅርሶች ማህደር ውስጥ
Our country is home of diversified culture and cultural heritage. 9 tangible and 3 intangible cultural heritage has been inscribed on UNESCO World Heritage List. However, this precious heritage we have inherited from our forefathers and which are promoted our country on the world are in various natural and man-made risks. The government is working to preserve this cultural heritage, she said. Head of the Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, Dr. Garama Oluka, said the country is facing challenge in preserving its cultural heritage due to lack of transferring knowledge from generation to generation.
Yero addada harum sufi sirri tojjechuudha burraan kan ka'e balaa guddaan irra gahaa akka ture hundi keenya hin beekne. Rakkoo guddaan mudate keessaatii inni tokko hanqina qabeenya duwwaatuun ta'in masaraa kana iddoo isaatti haaromsuuf beekumsa guddaa namoonni yeroo sana hojjetan waan hin jirreef yookaan immoo kaarkulamii keenyatti dabalamee itti qoratamee beekumsa alootarraa arootatti dabarfachuu waan hin dandeenyeef akka jirutti deebisanii haaromsuun chaalenjii guddaa ta'een mudatee argameera jechuudha.
The major problem we have faced to restore this palace was not only resource but knowledge. The people who built this palace are not alive. We have not included such knowledge in our education curriculum and stated well. So this knowledge hasn't been transferred from generation to generation. We have made an effort to restore this building for 3 or 4 times, but we fail, he said. On November 3, 2018, local and international stakeholders have joined to launch Aba Jiffar Palace Preservation Project. The project would be funded by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, the Authority for Research and Conservation of Cultural Heritage, the Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, and the United States government.
Kanu harka galchemo nama jabeeffatu rabbinu haa taasisu nagaa rabbinu haa kennu Jimmaa keenya rabbi nagaa nu haa taasisu Oromoo rabbi nagaa nu haa taasisu Oromiyaa rabbi nagaa nu haa taasisu biyyattii guutumatti rabbi nagaa nu haa taasisu addunyaa keenya adda wajjin jiraannu hundumaa rabbi nagaa nu haa taasisu nagaan ollee nagaan galu rabbi nu haa waffaqu nama waan kaleessa jaare haadha diigu rabbi nu godhin.